this is the anterior surface over here that you're looking at. This is the left nasal bone. Then it has one surface going this way. That's the one, parallel to the median sagittal plane. That's over here. And that is the one that articulates with the other nasal bone at the internasal suture. Then this is the outer surface, which is just subcutaneous. And so that is going that way. So the bone is bent like this, whereas the lacrimal is just a flat plate. So the fact that this isn't a flat plate excludes the possibility of it being the lacrimal. And then where my index finger is touching it is where it articulates with the frontal bone at the nasion. And then here it articulates with the other nasal bone at the internasal suture. Here, this is a left one, this is lateral over here. It articulates with the frontal process of the maxilla. And that's here. This is a left nasal, this is a left maxilla. This is the frontal process of the maxilla over here, which extends up to articulate with the maxillary process of the frontal bone. And then here, the lacrimal, not the lacrimal, the nasal. The nasal articulates right there. You see that? Mm-hmm. Right over there. So that lateral margin articulates with the maxilla right over there, with the frontal process of the maxilla. That's where that goes, like that. See that? And then this margin over here is called the free margin. This margin is called the free margin because it's right over here, and it articulates with nothing. So it's called the free margin. It's just skin extending further inferiorly from there. So if I ask on an exam, I could ask, identify for A, nasal bone. What articulates here? And the answer is nothing. It's the free margin. And it's with maxilla over here.
So the long side is with the maxilla.
Yeah. The side that goes this way is with the other nasal. This lateral edge of the side running obliquely this way is with maxilla. And then up here, it's with the frontal bone at the nasion.
Okay, and that little part is where right here is where there's nothing.
Yeah, watch this, don't do that. Yes, you don't want that to happen. You can pick this up and do it.
Okay, I see.
Go part closer to your thumb, the bottom.
Right here.
That's the free
That's
margin.
nothing.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
that's with nothing. That's what's called the free margin,
I can't.
because it articulates with nothing. Yeah, so we use pens so much, that people have them in their hands and then try to point to things with them. And most of the time that's fine, but it's not fine with these things. Okay. And then that leaves this little bone. This has a piece broken off, but I don't have a way to reattach it because the surface area is so small that it can't be reattached. But I'll tell you where it is. Now, this one varies up and down a lot. Okay, thank you. Oh, there it is. This is the broken one. It's part of the broken one. I will only show the good one. This is an inferior nasal concha. There are three pairs of nasal conchae. That's spelled C-O-N-C-H-A, but the CH is pronounced as a K. In English, you can say conch shell, but in the international terminology, the CHs are pronounced as Ks, as in ischemia, for instance, a severe reduction of blood flow to a part of the body, I-S-C-H-E-M-I-A, or strictly speaking, as in ischium, not ischium, but ischium is the correct pronunciation. And eustachian tube, although that might be a lost cause. Getting people to say eustachian tube instead of eustachian tube. But it depends on where you come from I get quite a few international students, and at one point I had Jordanian students in Bio 9, and they heard people born here say Eustachian tube, and they said, oh, no, no, Eustachian, which is correct. That's correct. Okay, so now, this is the inferior nasal concha. This rough surface is medial. Now, there are 3 pairs of conchi, but as development proceeds, 2 of the pairs of conchi become part of the ethmoid complex. You know, they fuse with other ethmoid elements. So you look at the rear of the ethmoid, you look at it closely, you'll see there are these projections back here. This is the posterior view. And the upper one of the 2 is a superior nasal concha. And then the next one down, the more obvious one, the next one down is called the middle nasal concha. They're only separated in early development, then they fuse with the whole ethmoid complex. But the inferior nasal conchi are separate bones throughout life. Those are the lowest ones down in the nasal cavity. Just directly below those, it's the floor of the nasal cavity, which means the top surfaces of the palatal processes of the maxillary bones. And these all increase surface area for what's called respiratory epithelium, a bad choice of place.